on the news this morning. Buhari government asked to intervene in deplorable federal roads. Enhanced teachers' welfare, a key to qualitative education. UTME, NIMC advises candidates on NIN enrollment for easy access. Brazil singles out one Super Eagles player ahead of Nigeria's friendly. Good morning and welcome to the news. I am Jonah Oje. The Abia State House of Assembly has called on federal lawmakers from the state to draw the federal government's attention to the deplorable condition of federal roads in the state. The call was part of the resolutions taken during Tuesday's plenary session of the House, presided over by its Speaker, Mr. Chinedum Orji. The House also urged the state government to mandate the Abia State Road Maintenance Agency, APROMA, to apply some palliatives on the failed portions of the roads, pending the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the roads by the federal government. The House listed the dilapidated roads in the state to include the Umuahia Ikwano Road, Umuahia Bende Road, and Ohafia Arochukwu Road, among others. The resolution followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by Mr. Stanley Wabisi, representing Ikwano State Constituency. In the motion, Wabisi drew the attention of the House to the increasing dilapidation of the Umuahia Ikwano Kotekpene Road. He regretted that the road, which serves as a major economic access point linking the state to Akwa Ibom, Rivers, and Cross River, has completely collapsed. He said that the federal government in May approved 13.2 billion naira for the reconstruction of the road, but regretted that work is yet to commence on the project. A member of the House of Representatives representing Agwata Federal Constituency of Anambra State, Chukwuma Umoji, has opposed the federal government's policy to revive toll gates across the country, especially in the southeast. Umoji, through a press briefing at the National Assembly yesterday, suggested that the policy worsened the plight of people from the region who were already under the yoke of bad roads. He said the Southeast has the least allocation of funds for road maintenance and reconstruction, but ranks highest in terms of proposed road taxation. The lawmaker stated that various government projects are done in total isolation of the Southeast. He said that toll gates will be theaters of psychological and mental torture on the people and constitute the arena for humiliation, intimidation, and extortion. The proposal to return toll gates to every state of the country has been greeted with protests from some groups around the country since government proposal to bring back the toll gates. The policy was suspended under the 1999 to 2007 administration of ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo until recently, when the government of President Buhari decided to revisit it. The senator representing Abia South Senatorial District in the Senate, Engineer Abaribe, has described the 2020 budget as nothing but a budget of taxation. The senator added that the budget is not sustainable. President Muhammadu Buhari presented the 2020 appropriation bill to the joint sitting of the National Assembly on Tuesday. He had christened it a budget of sustaining growth and job creation. However, Abaribe, speaking at the Senate plenary on Wednesday, told the Red Chamber that the budget is nothing but a budget of taxation. He hinged his reason on the ratio of debt servicing compared to that of capital expenditure. A former governor of Benin State who now represents Benin Northeast Senatorial District at the Senate, Gabriel Suswan, supports Abaribe's observation. However, Senator Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi saw things differently. He described the budget as a continued change. He said the government is on the right trajectory. The Nigerian Senate has confirmed the nomination of Adeleke Aderolu as Executive Commissioner of the Governing Board of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. This follows the presentation and consideration of a report by the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Communications, Oluwemi Tinubu. However, this brought about agitations among federal lawmakers from the Southeast, proposing that the nomination be stepped down for reasons of omission of the Southeast from the list of the governing board of the NCC. The Senate resolved to direct the Committee on Communications to investigate the circumstances surrounding the matter and report back to the upper chamber for further legislative actions. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday in Abuja declared that he is fully committed to the unity of Nigeria. The president stated this when a delegation of Benin State Council of Traditional Rulers led by Chief Professor James Ayashe visited him. He called for better appreciation of the historical relationships among various communities in order to sustain the nation's unity. Buhari said the ties between the chiefs and his own ethnic Fulani stock predated him and the current generation. He affirmed that the ties will help in ensuring peaceful and harmonious coexistence among the people. Buhari decried the misunderstanding of internal conflict by many people at home and abroad. He said the former herders' clashes, which in several places have been misconstrued as religious, arose from socio and cultural factors. He restated his appeal for better understanding of the nation's diverse cultures in order to engender a healthier coexistence among the people. The effectiveness of any educational system depends greatly on the educational attainment of its teachers. This is because no system of education can be qualitatively higher than the quality and commitment of its teachers, as they have the responsibility of translating educational policies and programs in practice and actions. Against this backdrop, MCL News takes a look on the need of improving the welfare of Nigerian teachers on the heels of the World Teachers' Day globally, marked 5th October annually. Chinyere Chimbu completes the report.
Education is an inevitable tool for sustainable development and a vehicle for advancing the frontier of knowledge. The fact remains that teaching and learning depend on teachers, for there can be no meaningful socio-economic and political development in the society without teachers. Speaking on the need to provide qualitative education to improving the welfare of teachers, respondents said that for national development and peaceful coexistence to be attained, there is need to invest in human capital development teacher education. They stress the need to provide adequate training and retraining programs, conducive environments for teaching and learning with enough instructional materials, while regular payment of teachers' salaries should top the agenda of every responsive administration.
That's what is called the teacher salary structure because of the peculiarities of the teaching profession. So if their salaries could be enhanced, they will put in more. Secondly is in providing them with the tools of teaching, the instructional materials which they need. These are very, very important. The teachers' teaching environment, the staff rooms, the classroom itself, the conditions of those places have to be improved. If these things are done in these three key areas I've mentioned, I think the teacher's productivity will increase.
Every teacher ought to have a hospital tally. Whenever he has a sickness of any kind, he go to the government hospital, be treated free of charge. they merited it. Because the law you have today is taught by the teacher. The politician you have that is carrying the money, the nation's money, starting them in foreign banks and all over, is taught by the teacher.
The respondents also said that Nigerian educational system needs to be responsive to the technological, social and economic needs of the society by training the type of human resources needed in the industrial and economic sectors.
Special laws can be given to them to come into the teaching profession. Being young, they have a lot to contribute to the development of, just like we said, education is the foundation of national development. And that foundation can only be solid if you have solid, well-motivated teachers anchoring the educational sector.
Teachers have the duty to instill discipline in the pupil and students they teach. They also has this very responsibility to tell them to remember their background, their alma mater. Now, if teachers will let these people they teach to remember their alma mater, because I know that some of us, we are building our alma mater. We are contributing to the growth of our alma mater. This is a part of development.
Education, which is also recognized as a process of imparting knowledge, skills and attitude to the learners, remains the only instrument of nurturing productive citizens for sustainable development and democracy. Hence, teachers' welfare should accord its place of pride. Chinyere Chibu, MCL News.
The National Identity Management Commission has advised all 2020 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination candidates not yet enrolled for the National Identification Number to visit any NIMC office nationwide and enroll. The Information Technology Identity Database Officer of NIMC, Mr. Chus Onepunuka, gave the advice in an interview with newsmen in Abuja on Wednesday. Mr. Onepunuka said that NIN is mandatory for the UTME examination, hence obtaining the NIN qualifies candidates for registration. In June, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board stated that starting from the year 2020, UTME direct entry candidates will register for 8 examinations with their NIN to solve the challenges of multiple registrations. The National Identity Management Commission and partners are to harmonize data of candidates for the UTME to reduce costs of registration and check underage registration. Still to come on the news. Reps accuse Ministry of abandoning Enugu Airport. 8 discos may lose license. Senate revisits sexual harassment bill. This and more after the break. Stay tuned.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so one want am. Abi no be so.
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
back and we now go to our Omaha studios for more stories.
Good morning, Jonah, and welcome to Omaha. President Muhammad Buhari has inaugurated the Economic Advisory Council with action to focus on data collection. The Asian Advisory Council, at a maiden meeting with President Buhari, was asked to set an agenda that's achievable in a short term. President Buhari last month replaced the Economic Management team headed by Vice President Professor Yemi Sibajo with the Economic Advisory Council, which is mandated to report directly to him. The council is headed by Professor Boyin Salami with Dr. Mohammed Sagidi as Vice Chairman, while the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Development Policy, Mohammed Salisu, is the Secretary. Appointed as members of the council, the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Financial Derivatives Company Limited, Bismarck Oman. Other members of the committee are Professor Udo Ujobu, Dr. Shehu Yahaya, and Dr. Eyabo Massa. The council is expected to advise the President on economic policy matters, including fiscal analysis, economic growth, and a range of internal and global issues, working with the relevant cabinet members and head of monetary and fiscal agencies. The Nigerian Senate has revisited the sexual harassment bill, which was sponsored by Senator Ovio Omar Gege of Delta Central Senatorial District and passed by the 8th Senate. The bill, which was reintroduced by the 8th Senate in October 2016, was 6 to 5-year term and 5 million naira fine for lecturers convicted for sexually harassing men or female students. According to the bill, an educator will be guilty of committing an offense of sexual harassment against a student if he or she has sexual intercourse with a student who is less than 18 years of age, has sexual intercourse with a student or demands sex from a student or a prospective student as a condition to study in an institution, or as a condition to the giving of a passing grade or the granting of honor and scholarships. The bill prescribes that any person who commits any of the acts specified in Section 4 of this Act is guilty of an offense and shall, on conviction, be sentenced to imprisonment of up to 5 years, but not less than 2 years without any option of fine. The bill, however, suffered a major setback as it was not given presidential assent after its passage by the 8th Senate. Some lawmakers who were against this passage have argued that it should be more inclusive and not discriminatory or targeted only at university lecturers. The reintroduced bill is sponsored by Deputy Senate President Ovio Omar Gege, and it has passed its first reading. The Deputy Minority Leader of the House of Representatives, Toby Okechukwu, has accused the Ministry of Aviation of abandoning the Enugu-Port Harcourt 6 weeks after closing it. Toby Okechukwu made this known while moving a motion of urgent public importance on the closure of the airport. The motion moved by Toby Okechukwu and 30 others stated that on 24th August 2019, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria closed down Akanigan International Airport, Enugu, to allow for rehabilitation of the runway. Okechukwu disclosed that the law contractor has been mobilized to site and no fund released for the rehabilitation. Supporting the motion, Patrick Asabi said that the situation is contrary to the promise made to the region that it will be completed by December ending. Through the adoption of the motion, the House therefore resolved to urge the House Committee on Aviation to work with Federation Ministry to ensure immediate commencement and call on President Muhammad Buhari to intervene. The Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has warned political parties in Kogi and Bayelsa states against misinformation, hate speech, and all forms of deliberate dissemination ahead of the November 16 governorship elections. the national president of the Interparty Advisory Council, Peter Ame, stated this while addressing newsmen in Abuja. He explained that hate speech, deliberate misinformation, and dissemination of fake news were some of the factors which affect the fairness of the electoral process. And enjoyed the political parties, candidates, the Independent National Election Commission, civil society groups, election observers, the media, and the electorate to ensure that there is a level playing ground for all parties involved in the exercise. He also called for the autonomy of the local government system in the country. The licenses of 8 power distribution companies may be cancelled for breaching Section 74 of the Electric Power Sector Reform Act. According to the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, the power distribution firms include Ikeja, Abuja, Benin, and Enugu Discos. Others are Kaduna, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Yola distribution companies. NEC, in an 8-page notice, described the actions of the distribution companies as manifest and flagrant breaches, and they have 60 days to explain why their licenses should not be revoked. The Commission also insisted that the distribution companies with an excess of tariff shortfall over market shortfall shall be compensated accordingly for the difference, but all ministries, departments, and agencies should be metered within 60 days. On the following day, United States extracts on alleged Taliban drug labs in Afghanistan killed and wounded dozens of individuals and men, says a United Nations report which has been rejected by the U.S. military. The United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan conducted a 4-month investigation into the May 5th air attacks that hit more than 60 sites the U.S. and Afghan forces identified as drug production facilities in the western provinces of Farah and Nimruz. UNAMA and the United Nations Human Rights Office, in a joint report released on Wednesday, said that there are at least 30 deaths among the 39 civilian casualties. The number included 14 children and 5 women wounded in the areas, which the U.S. said violated international humanitarian law as the victims were non-combatants. The U.S. forces of Afghanistan issued a statement rejecting the UN report and claiming there was no casualties. Since late 2017, U.S. forces have attacked sites believed to be used for processing drugs as part of the efforts to cut off funds to the Taliban group. That's it for Mobile. Back to you, Genealogy, for the rest of the news.
Thanks very much, Nora Okafor. And now sports. Brazil assistant coach Kleber Xavier has said Everton forward Alex Iwobi is the man to watch out for when his team faces Nigeria in an international friendly on Sunday. The two sides will be meeting for the second time ever, having previously played against each other in 2003 when Brazil won 3-0 in Abuja. Nigeria arrived in Singapore with informed forwards Emmanuel Bonaventure Dennis of Club Brugge and Leo's Victor Osimhen. But Tite's assistant coach Javier has picked Iwobi as Nigeria's danger man. This is where we end the news, but before we leave, a second look at the major stories. The Iowa State House of Assembly has called on federal lawmakers from the state to draw the federal government's attention to the deplorable condition of federal roads in the state. A member of the House of Representatives representing Agwata Federal Constituency of Anambra State, Chukwuma Umoji, has opposed the federal government's policy to revive toll gates across the country, especially in the southeast. The National Identity Management Commission has advised all 2020 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination candidates not yet enrolled for the National Identification Number to visit any NIMC office nationwide and enroll. Brazil assistant coach Kleber Javier has said Everton forward Alex Iwobi is the man to watch out for when his team faces Nigeria in an international friendly on Sunday. That was the news, and thanks for watching. I am Jonah Oji. Have a good morning.